Hello and welcome to another gaming series on my channel. This will be the first actual series, even. And that's Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Came out on PC earlier this week. I already played some of it for Ginny to watch. But that's a separate playthrough that I'm going to be doing to the one I'm going to be doing now, which is for you guys to watch. Probably just going to do Final Mix, just a normal mode, because I don't want to constantly be stuck at boss fights. I have done Proud before. It's a game that I've been playing for many, many years. But I don't need to. I don't need to do Proud at the moment. That might be another playthrough for another day, but not for now. So let's skip through the intro because of music purposes. Once I get a chance. There you go. Sadly, I am not allowed to put the audio in for the opening song, and since I'm not any good with editing yet, that means I just have to skip it. But I recommend you to look it up online. There is people that have put it up without music, and I think there's even official videos from it with the actual music in there, and it's great. The game has great music, and the introduction song also is great. Though the introduction sequence doesn't really show us much. We just fall through the sky and into the water, and so it's just really confusing. And then we end up here. This is a dream, a very helpful tutorial-like dream. One thing I've noticed about the PC version is that there's a bug, where if I just do this, my animation keeps resetting rather than moving, which it didn't do on the PS. So that's an interesting animation choice to change the way the animations work. Uh, for those that don't know this game, and sadly there's a lot of you out there that don't know this gaming franchise, so I hope you will watch this franchise or play it yourself, because it's great. It's an amazing game franchise, and I have all of the games. Not all of them I can record at this point. I don't have all the games. I missed 2.8 plus or whatever that collection's called. But I'm going to buy those on PC, so I can play just about everything in this franchise on this channel if people want that to be the case. But to start off, we have to choose a path. This will decide in which order we get our abilities. I believe it also has some effect on our base stats, but I'm not sure. People choose this one. It's the meta. I'm playing this on my other playthrough. This one's kind of the in-between choice, but I'm definitely going to go over the sword this time. I used to always go over the sword back when I played this as a young boy, young lad. Uh, it focuses on attack. It's a little more smooth to play through the game. So what do I find least important? I've noticed that the PC version feels a lot easier than the PS version. That might just be me, but I'm gonna get rid of this one, which makes it so I just have less defense and less health. That'll make this a little more difficult, maybe. I'd enjoy the challenge to have it a little more difficult without needing to do Proud mode. So the way I'm going to be doing these videos, since like I mentioned before, I'm not any good with editing at this point. I do want to learn to edit, but I'm going to be working together with my friend Flaming Fritz in order to get a little better at editing. And while I do that, which might take a long time, as my friend Fritz at the moment does not have any internet, he's switching providers and such. Well, switching to optic fiber on the same provider, to be more exact. But at the moment, he can't help me with my with editing. So until he can help me edit better, I'm probably just gonna keep this mostly uncut. And that's why I'm just probably gonna do it in sections from one area to the next. So episode 1 will be the tutorial. Episode 2 will be Destiny Islands, and like that will move on through this series. I want to definitely finish the game, and maybe I'll get Ultima Weapon 2, but I'll probably do that off screen. Since that's a lot of grinding. And yeah, you guys probably won't be interested in watching me grind, because that would make this a 100 episode series kind of thing. And since those 100 episodes would probably be filled with mostly just farming and fighting, or hour-long episodes, probably not many people would be interested in watching all of it. So I will just keep it simple. I'll just play through it the way I'm just gonna like divide it into sections, as I mentioned. So this is a game, originally it came out in 2002, it's 19 years ago. Until then, since then, a lot has been added, a lot of new games, a lot of remakes, including the one I'm playing right now. Not just the PC version, but in general there is a, like this is Kingdom Hearts 1.5, which is the remastered version of Kingdom Hearts 1. And it changed a couple of things, like some of the appearances of the enemies, and some of them honestly looked a lot better in the past, but in my opinion most of them are decent now. Like some of them got better, most of them not so much, but I don't think there's really many that just look bad now. There's one boss specifically that I just really don't like what they did to it, but there's, I mean, 2 bosses that I really do like what they did to it. So there's good things, there's bad things. Another thing I want to point out, the sound in this game is very loud. So I am not sure if the video is going to be balanced well. So I'm going to have to figure that out once I get there. Once I start editing, which will probably be in a day or 2. So right now I just get some questions. I'm going to answer them just probably mostly for the honesty. So what is most important to me? And that's definitely friendship. Because without my friends, where would I be? Yes, it is a big deal. That's Selphie, I think she's called, from Final Fantasy. I don't know many of these characters. I never played Final Fantasy. I got Final Fantasy 13 right next to me. I never played it before. I heard it's not the best one. But yeah, I'm not very familiar with these characters outside of this franchise. So I can't remember his name, for example. It's horrible, I know. I think he's the main character for one of the games, but I can't remember. What are you so afraid of? I always choose the same one for this, because it answers itself. Because I can never choose what the answer to this question is. And the fact that I can't choose means I'm indecisive. And the fact that I don't like that I'm indecisive, that's just proof that the answer is that I'm scared of being indecisive. I don't know why, I want things to be certain. I want to not have to choose. Though I do want control, so it's a confusing thing. What do you want out of life? This one is a little different for everyone. like every time I play this, every one of my playthroughs is a different answer, because this is definitely a true one. I'd like to see some rare sights, not just go to places I've never been, but also just see life develop in a rare way. I don't want to just be one of the many, and I am, and most of us are. But I'd love to see myself evolve beyond that. To broaden my horizons, that's just a really generally good one. And to be strong, I do want that. Because I want to be able to protect my friends if anything ever does happen. But I've been through some stuff in my life that has made it so that I am typically going to be the one that is protected due to physical situations. So I'm going to just say to see rare sights. When I played this on my other playthrough, I said to be strong, so I'm going to have a different answer this time. Meaning I have a different outcome. And I don't know what that outcome is. Well, alright, that sounds good. So what this means, this decides your leveling, how easy you're going to level up throughout the game. The playthrough I'm a little further in has, it starts at night, which means that leveling starts really slow, which was annoying. I had to grind in order to just get one important ability, which I got it really late because of being a guardian, the shield. So I'm just gonna, like, I'm happy with starting at midday. That means that I'm just gonna have the normal leveling. There isn't gonna be any modifications to the normal leveling. Usually I start with early leveling. I don't know what choices I need for that. For some reason I now have different answers. But I'm satisfied. Midday is a good one to start with. Right. It's easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. For those that are interested in these little guys, they're called Heartless. We'll see a lot of different ones. These are called Shadows, and as you might have noticed, they can go on the ground and become a shadow, during which we can't hit them. But they're generally just the often occurring basic enemy of this game. I can probably do an entire playthrough where I kill 1,000 of them. I don't think that's going to be this playthrough, but it would be possible. I have a save on my PS where I'm doing a shadow only run. I'm becoming level 100 by killing only shadows. And the bosses in the introduction. There's one boss in the introduction that I have to get through in order to even get to a place where I can farm shadows, which is really early on. And I'm currently level 24, but I haven't updated that playthrough in a while. But yeah, they're really weak. They don't give much bonuses, but they're just the typical shadow, and we're gonna see them in probably just about every single Kingdom Hearts game ever. Probably. I don't actually know if they are in Birth by Sleep or Dream Drop Distance. But those two are different because they have different types of enemies. So this is the boss fight that I was talking about just a moment ago. And sometimes I'm going to be silent during the playthrough, another warning of mine. Because the music in this game is typically really good. And there will be times when I will just really want to listen to it for a bit. Or just get really focused trying to play well. It's fine to make mistakes. YouTubers should never try to play perfectly. Unless they're trying to do a perfect playthrough. But I'm not doing that. I want to get through this game at a smooth pace. That's my reason for playing well. Right, this guy should not take more than a few combos, probably. already leveled up. Mid-combat, that's nice. Right. I can hit these attacks back that he's shooting out at me. But I didn't need to, because I got him before he even hit. Which is not what I expected. But I accept. Gladly. And I think that's the end of the tutorial part of the dream. After this I will be on the island, which will be another episode. Hopefully just one. Maybe a long one. This one's pretty short. But I'll see you in the next episode, and I hope all of you will enjoy.